stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Heads up, I'm in a really good mood. Like a really good mood. I've been in this good of a mood in a long time. Hi, Amber. I'm still sharing, but I saw your post. So, yay, Amber's back. Once again, I didn't even know you left. Not that I'm getting a haircut. Okay, I cannot stand this. I'm still growing my hair long, but I'm getting a freaking haircut tomorrow. So I will be there Friday. My new goals are to get out 3 times a week, starting this week. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to be going around and putting up flyers for the new club. Wow, a lot of gifts this week, man. And you know, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I think I did on Saturday, but it is good enough news. It deems repeating. And so Adams County got in touch with me. I'm going to read you the email. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the email because it says, the email starts, help us with interviews. Hi, Dion. I'm currently hiring for mental health promotion specialist positions. We have 6 candidates selected for the first round of interviews that will happen next week. Then we will narrow it down to 2 to 3 candidates for a second interview, which is where we'd really appreciate your help. I always find it valuable to have community perspective when hiring new staff. So they've asked me to be a part of the hiring process. And I have to say that's perfect for me. That's perfect. I'm really good with people and things. And what a compliment, man. What a compliment. Thank you, God. And thank you all for continuing to be here and believe in me. Some days I come here and that number is 0. We still do what it is that we need to do, right? Even right now, somebody just came on and left. So, as long as we reach that one person a day, right? So let's get started. Honesty with newcomers. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host today. Today I'll go ahead and announce, if you would ever like to come on and host with me, please let me know. I'd be happy to have you on. I'd even be willing to do a trial run with you. If you're here, please say hello. I hope everybody can read the cursive. I hope they keep this design, but I doubt they will. So, because I think it fits better with me. So anyway, so we're doing today's daily reflection, Honesty with Newcomers. We're going to be reading out of the big book. And so, I decided Instagram was making it look weird and stuff. So I'm not doing, I'm not going to do the Instagram. There's like 5 extra steps. And all right. So I'm going to start at the bottom of page 92. 92. Continue to speak of alcoholism as an illness, a fatal malady. I really like the word malady used for this. Talk about the conditions of body, mind, which accompany it. Okay. Tell them what happens if you're going to continue drinking. If you didn't go too far, use my story. My friend Dion, he was yellow when he walked into this program. I had to learn how to walk and talk again. It took me a couple months to learn how to walk a straight line. And when I would talk, it sounded like I was drunk, but I wasn't. Keep his attention focused mainly on your personal experience. Experience is fact, and it's what we got. So you got to stick to then you can't really use mine if you're going to stick to your personal experience. So go with what the book says, not with what Dion says on that one. Explain that many are doomed who never realize their predicament. Doctors are rightly loath to tell alcoholic patients the whole story unless it'll serve some good purpose. But you may talk to him about the hopelessness of alcoholism because you offer a solution. Yeah. See, the doctor doesn't have a solution. Okay. Well, they didn't. They do now. Yeah. Their solution is AA. That was a nice crack. You will soon have your friend admitting he has many, if not all, of the traits of an alcoholic. If his own doctor is willing to tell him he's an alcoholic, so much the better. Even though your protege may not have entirely admitted his condition, he has become very curious to know how you got well. Okay. Now, you're not going to be able to do this with doctors anymore. Between HIPAA and everything else, it's the Virgo in me, okay? I'm very picky about my hair. It's an acceptance phase right now. Okay. I was saying, talking with the doctor really isn't gonna, so talk to your doctor and say, hey, doc, if you run into people and, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Okay. Even better. Nurses. Nurses are great for this. Okay. Go to the nurses at the ER. When you first go in, talk to them. You don't need to go all the way back into the ER. Okay. Talk to them. Okay. I've done that. Carry cards with you. Okay. Even if it just has your phone number and stuff on it. Carry business cards with you. Okay. So that people know how to contact you. Let him ask you that question, if he will. Tell him exactly what happened to you. Stress the spiritual feature freely. If the man be agnostic or atheist, make it empathetic that he does not have to agree with your conception of God. He can choose any conception he likes, provided it makes sense to him. The main thing is that he be willing to believe in a power greater than himself and that he live by spiritual principles. See, when we make the approach, because we have the solution, we can talk about these things. Okay. Now, it isn't any different from what I'm doing for Adams County. You see, there are certain things they don't understand. They don't need to understand. They can ask me. Right? Okay. Good example, the Adams County resource list. There's no resources. It just gives percentages and stuff. It gives stats. This is how many people out of how many people in this area have AUD and things like that. It's very clinical. It's static, and that's not a resource. A resource is a referral to something. Okay. When dealing with such a person, you had better use everyday language to describe spiritual principles. Yeah. You know what? Just speak English, for God's sakes. Okay. I notice some people come into the program and they start talking this huge, you know what? We're all pretty intelligent people, but nobody likes to feel like somebody else is talking down to them. Okay. And when you have an alcoholic who is full of fucking shame at the present moment, to do that would be like kicking them in the nuts, man. Don't do it. Okay. There is no use arousing any prejudice he may have against certain theological terms and conceptions about which he may already be confused. Don't raise such issues, no matter what your own convictions are. The worst thing you could do is probably quote the Bible or the Book of Mormon or whatever else is out there. I don't have them all memorized. And for some reason today, I can't remember specific names. That's what it was called, Youth Track. Okay. Something with my all right. Your prospect may belong to a religious denomination. His religious education and training may be far superior to yours. I tell you, anybody that goes to church, theirs is better than their religious training's better than mine. Okay? Why not let them have it? Why? Because I don't think it's the right way. This is where we need to stay open-minded. Okay? I had a sponsee there. They decided that their higher power was love. So when we speak, I don't say God, I say love. Okay? After a while, he just started saying God. Okay? I didn't push that. I didn't push it. No. I was on his side. This is what it comes to. Really, when it comes down to it, when you're working with a newcomer, make them feel like you're holding space for them. Yeah. It's really what anybody wants. Relax. Don't feel like you got to go. Don't act like you got to go somewhere. You ain't got nowhere to go. Okay? All right. Ugh, sorry. It's in us. In that case, he's going to wonder how you can add anything to what he already knows. Great point, yeah. But he will be curious to learn why his own convictions have not worked and why yours seem to work so well. He may be an example of a truth that faith alone is insufficient. There it is. To be vital, faith must be accompanied by self-sacrifice and unselfish constructive action. Let him see that you are not there to instruct him in religion. Admit that he probably knows more about it than you do, but call to his attention the fact that however deep his faith and knowledge, he could not have applied it or he would not drink. Perhaps your story will help him see where he has failed to practice the very precepts he knows so well. We represent no particular faith or denomination. We are dealing only with general principles common to most denominations. Yeah, there's a set of rules that pretty much go across all religions. And those are the ones that we follow. We follow them all. We are all religions. And we all agree on a particular ideal. Right? Yeah. That's all we need. It doesn't need to be more than that. That's a common solution of a bunch of freaking drunks. That's amazing. Only God can do that. All right. See what this has to say. The marvel of AA is that I tell only what happened to me. I don't waste time offering advice to potential newcomers, for if advice worked, nobody would get to AA. Yeah. Stop with no advice given. No advice given. Hi, Michelle. Glad you made it. I hope you had a good weekend. All I have to do is show what has brought me to sobriety and what has changed my life. Stick to your life, stick to your story, stick to your facts. Okay. Remember, your experience is fact. It is a matter of fact. If I stress the spiritual feature of AA's program, I am being dishonest. Oh, if I fail to stress the spiritual feature of AA's program, I am being dishonest. Yep. This is usually how I do. Because here's the thing. A lot of people know about AA, but they don't know what AA is. So, okay, I'm never embarrassed to ask. Okay, get to know them a little bit first. you know. But after about 15, 20 minutes is usually what I do. If God has not been brought up, if they bring up God, there you go. Then you're good. Okay. But if they don't, then you need to do it. And this is how I do it. It's very non-evasive. Okay, I need to ask you a question, and there's no wrong answer to this. I just need to know where you're at so I know how to help. What are your feelings about God? Okay. If you have done your job and gotten to know them a little bit, they'll let you know. You know what? And it's gonna be information that you need. You're not lying. I do need that information. Because if they do believe in God, I'm gonna go a little bit of a different direction for them, probably. Right? Because I'm meeting this person where they're at. Good stuff. The newcomer should not be given false impression of sobriety. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you what misinformation in recovery does. It kills people. Okay. Now you know why I fight the good fight. There's a lot of people out there giving misinformation. And I want them to shut up. Okay. Actually, I would honestly rather they finish the program and had their spiritual experience. I'd much rather they did that than shut up. Because everybody's of use. Everybody. I am sober only through the grace of my higher power, and that makes it possible for me to share with others. Michelle has to say a lot of people do not want to hear about God. Correct. And because they think that we are a religious group. Yes, they do think that, because they know that we utilize God. And, you know, a lot of people don't understand spirituality, or they don't want to. Okay. Let's remember contempt prior to investigation, right? Are these people giving it a fair chance? But yes, Michelle, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. So somebody may already have a preconceived notion. I hear this quite often. AA is not what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Whatever your preconceived notion about AA is if you haven't been to AA, that is contempt prior to investigation. So, what do? Okay. We can let them know this is a spiritual program. I'm not going to push God on you, because I'm not. I may speak of God, but what you do is entirely up to you. Isn't that fair? Yeah. But I'm going to support you in that. Okay. Sometimes we need to be the person that brings them to God. Hey, did you ever think of it this way? Find out their beliefs. What do they believe in? If they believe in something like karma, you've got God. If they believe in fate, they believe in God. If they bring up anything that's bigger than them, they believe in God. Okay. Now, don't use that. Just let it sit. Okay. I don't know if I can do the God thing. You don't have to. You don't. Okay. But why don't we give like the first couple of steps a try? And if it doesn't change, then you can go on your merry way. You know, what if we hung out for 30 days? Would that work? Would that help you? Okay, let's do something like that. See, you're the person with the solutions. So you got to be solution oriented when you go out there and do that. What you're doing is what's called a rebuttal. When you are 12th stepping, you are actually making a sales call. Same techniques that I use for sales, I use in recovery. Yeah, you bet. Do it all the time. I used to use a lot of my counseling skills in sales, and it worked very, very well. Okay. My problem was I couldn't rip people off, so I never made a lot of money in sales. But I was always consistent. I was always like the number one or number two person. I sold credit card machines and the processing, and we all know that could be a pretty messed up field. But the way I saw it was, I didn't want to be in the grocery store and have to hide in aisle 2 because I saw one of my customers. No, I wasn't going to do that. And because I did that, once I went to a Billy Joel concert, it turned out that one of my customers was the usher. I treated these people great, and I got really good seats. What do you know? What do you know? All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. That's what I got for today. I'm in a great mood. I probably will be back at some point today. So, unless I use up all my dopamine by like 1, so I got to be careful. I'm like so excited. I don't know what to do next. I have my list. I have a list going though. I have a list going for today. So, all right. Thank you, Michelle. I'm glad you could come on and see us for a little bit. Amber, glad you're back home safe. I love you all. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye.